Evil cannot create anything new. They can only corrupt and ruin what good forces have invented or made. J.R.R. Tolkien. That is the quote I would like you to think about and keep in mind when I'm reviewing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Spazmo21, and today we'll be diving in on LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
When it came to where do I start this video game off, I had to think about it and say, I gotta start where we all started, is the episode selection screen and, the campaign itself. When it comes to the campaign, you're started on this screen with 9 cool looking, I want to say like episode disc previews and stuff. And I started with the Phantom Menace, and that's, it's one of the 3 options you get to choose, which is like you could choose episode 7 for some fucking reason, or episode 4, and but where I started back in the day when I first played LEGO Star Wars, it was LEGO Star Wars the video game, so you start with the Phantom Menace, which I'll get into. I have swapped to my 100% file, where it has all the campaigns and 100% everything, and when you start with episode 1, the Phantom Menace, a lot of people show this meme on the screen and you go, oh, that looks so great. But if you haven't played the game, you think, oh, those are both the first levels. The first level is actually the bigger fish, which is the submarine part of the fucking story. Which, that's really confusing, thinking that whole part in the Federation trade ship isn't even a level. So it's not even, I feel like this is the part where I say they cut stuff out of the game. It's like it was in there, but it wasn't at the same time. It's like I didn't really get to play that part. The whole campaign itself is short. This took me 30 minutes to complete. Not just the levels, but the pixie dust bullshit follow. And I want to sit here and be like, I like this game and stuff, but it's like you cut snippets out. It's like there's no Clone Wars fight in episode 2. You don't get to fight with the clones. And there's no Star Wars The Clone Wars shit in here. And I'm just like, this was supposed to be the Skywalker Saga. I was expecting to have everything in it. You showed having Mandalorian in it, and that's a show. But you don't have any of the Clone Wars shows in it, or the movie, for that instance. And it's just like, what the fuck? That's a big part of the story. And and I go, it reminds me of this part in an interview of where it shows John, who plays Finn from the episode 9, where he knows more of Star Wars than the actual writers do. Play the clip.
They fly now.
He forgot.
But what if that was the first time they used them?
They've been using them since the Clone Wars.
So getting back to it, it's just like, I know that these must be the same writers and stuff for this show, because it's like, if people who wrote The Mandalorian did this game, it would have been flawless. It would have been so fucking good. But this game is basically just a fuck you to the player. And it's like, you think, oh, they cut that part out. You know, it's not that important. It's just the movies and shit. Why in episode fucking 6 do you not get to blow up the Death Star again? The last level is just you fighting the Emperor and Vader, and that's it. And then it's a cutscene to watch the fucking Death Star blow up again. That's an important part of the fucking game. It's been in Lego Star Wars 2, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, and Lego Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Like, and then you cut it out on this? No, this is a very important part. You know, this is not just flying above the Death Star and shooting it way in. I'm not even gonna excuse episode 4 for this fucking level. This is such a fucking disgrace. And it's absolutely stupid that it's just one corridor, one big square, blow these 4 things up, and then use the Force and forcibly blow up the Death Star, right? It's so short. It's just like, what the fuck was that? And you know, the challenges for this too, in the game, I'll tell you, this one was such a pain in the ass, because I had to go back multiple times. You have to get Darth Vader to lock on you and shoot, and you have to dodge his shots and shit. And they just say, do a loop-de-loop. And it's like, I'm like, which one are you talking about? You know? I finally got it, but goddamn, it's so, like, fucking annoying. And the fact that, like, this isn't the only time, it's like, if you go to episode 9, these 2 levels right here, back to back, are the fucking shortest of them all. You're just in some windy, endless loop of shooting, like, 20 fucking TIE fighters, and then you're out, and then you do a couple hyperdrive skips, and then this one you're sitting on the cart, and then they're like, they fly now, and it's just like, I'm like, yeah, they've been flying since the fucking Clone Wars. It's like, everyone knows that, and it's just disappointing, you know. I just see it as like they cut bits out that I thought that was important. You know, episode 3 was well done, but like the high ground fight, I liked it when, if you were playing 2 players, at the end you have to fight each other, and no matter who died at the end doesn't change the outcome. But it was really fun, you know. There's no love and passion in this game. I gotta say it. I played Lego Star Wars the video game more times than I can count, because that's what I grew up with. And Lego Star Wars 2. They barely had like 2 gigabytes worth of fucking shit in this game. But it had way more heart and way more love put into it than this shit. You know, you get to episode 4, you know, these 2 levels should have been 1. This level should have been, I don't even know if it should have been in there, but then there's this level that's like one of the this is probably one of the lengthiest levels in the game. And you know, it's just getting to R2-D2, then like getting the drop pod and going off. And then you pixelate your dust to Han Solo, and then you shoot. That one's a pretty lengthy one. I see if it's like, here's how I see it, right? If you start on episode 4 or 1, they make it semi-decent, so you will continue playing the game, and then they're like, nah, we skipped parts. You don't get to fight in the Clone Wars this time. You don't get to fight your friend like you did the first time. You know? In episode 5, it's like, sure, there's new elements. This too should have been 1 level. You know, this level's fucking, the level 3 is just getting away from Darth Vader. It should have, I don't know what it should have been, but it should have been longer. You know, this level should have been longer. You know, this fight itself is, it's alright, but it's like, it was just like, I'm disappointed. And I don't even really want to get into the sequels, because the movies sucked themselves, and you know the level's gonna suck. This level here is just walking to a ship, and it doesn't take more than 10 minutes to get it done, unless you're trying to complete it. This level here is probably is on the like top 5 of being the shortest. And you know, you gotta hear like, how are you able to fly like this? I don't know. And I'm like, I fucking hate that they did that, right? They wanted to make, you know, they wanted to make the sequels almost like the best, but it's like, this fight right here is disappointing as fuck. You don't even swing your lightsaber. All you do is dodge. It's so fucking stupid. And I fucking hate that part. You know? It's like, I could go on about every level being stupid and shit. You know? But it's like, they cut parts out that should have been in there. Don't tell me this is the Skywalker Saga and there's no Clone War fight shit. I don't want to see a cutscene. I want to be in the fucking action. I don't want this pixie dust bullshit where they're like, it's in there. No, I don't feel like that counts. That's just making me walk around and shit. And when it came to, here's when I said this. There's something wrong with this game. It's when the first time I got a mini kit it said out of 5. I went, out of 5? I was trying to do the math and shit, and I was like thinking there's gonna be like 6 levels, 9 different fucking 9 different episodes, 6 for each one, and then like 10. So it was like, I was expecting like 540 fucking of mini kits to got, and there's only 225, and it's like, you know, that's a lot. And it's just like, not really. I feel like, how much does that compare to the complete saga? What, there's 6 levels, there's 6 levels times 6 times it by 10, it's 360. And they lowered it down, and they're like, but there's challenges. The challenges are fucking stupid. Right? I remember one's like, yo, dodge Darth Vader and shit. Or shoot the environment. It's not really a challenge. It's just fucking annoying. Like, let's go for an example for the Phantom Menace. Sorry, I'm using PC controls real quick. But if you go to the Phantom Menace and shit, you go to the pod race and shit, one of the challenges is use 3 boost pads in 1 lap. Are you fucking serious? That's not a challenge. And stuff like that. Gotta call Maul. You know, force 5 droids away from the thing. Sure, that's such a challenge. Complete the fucking thing in 10 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me? I got that the first try, and I was trying to complete the fucking game. Like, that's really fucking stupid. The fact that I still managed to beat it, but it's still under 10 minutes. You know that's disrespectful. They did the same thing in episode 5. Sorry, I'm using my PC controls. So how do you do it? My controller died, so I'm kind of just pissed off, right? But it's like, you see these great episodes and shit, and it's like, the General Grievous fight was pretty good. You know, this mission used to be hard back in the day. You had to dodge boulders to get to the ship, right? It's done in like, I don't know, like 5 minutes? It's not that fucking hard. And the fight with the Senate was new, and it was like, oh, this is really fucking cool. No, it's a fucking joke. And it's disappointing. So I could go on and on about, you know, oh, they skipped they made it so short, they skimped out on shit, and the levels themselves, honestly, fucking boring as shit. The Boba Fett fight was disappointing. This Wookiee with Chewbacca shit was boring. This one right here, I'll show you the meme of the guy complaining about it.
Whoever designed this shitty fucking level needs to fix it, dude! I've been stuck on the same fucking point for hours, bro. No matter how many times I restart it, every time it gets to defeat the attacking scout troopers, it fucking glitches, dude. I don't know what to do, bro. I've got 800 million studs, and there are no scout troopers. I'm like, oh, man.
You can see that it's so glitchy. And the one thing I want to add, the last thing I'll add is, I remember the campaign crashing on me But not as in the levels and stuff, but just doing the pixie dust free roam shit because I was going apparently too fast. You know, I find that to be a pattern. If you're going too fast, if you're trying to complete it shit, the game will take a fucking shit on itself. And one other thing, just for reference, this level right here, level 3, the Droid Factory Frenzy, is the laggiest fucking level almost in the entire game. It's the laggiest one in the game, and the second most laggiest is the last level in episode 9. When you're on the... There's the part where you're Finn on the horses stuff, which I thought was really fucking weird. But that's a whole different other topic about the sequels and shit. But those two were the laggiest levels. I put anti-aliasing up to the max. You know how fucking annoying it was to complete that fucking level? Because it was so laggy? It's just like, come on. So, I don't want to... I really think I've hit everything. The story, the campaign itself are short as fuck. The levels themselves are like, can be interesting, but boring as shit at the same time. And overall, it was just like, I expected more, knowing that there was going to be 9 movies in this shit. I don't know how you managed to do this, but you added 9 movies and there was less to do. I spent probably 5 hours doing this whole campaign shit because it didn't take me that long to beat it. It wasn't a challenge. You know, I know this is a kid's game and I'm an adult and stuff, but I want a little bit of a challenge. You know, I want to be like, I want just a little bit more of a challenge and shit, and I don't like the barrier shit that they kept putting throughout the campaign. It's like, oh, you can take cover and shit. I don't take cover. It's a Lego game. Once you start upgrading your health, I'll get into it later, you become fucking immortal. So, I think I've touched on everything, and for that, I think this is a perfect time to transition. Speaking about character upgrades, I think it's time to transition to our next topic. When it comes to Lego characters, whether it's Lego Star Wars, Batman, Marvel, whatever, the character itself has to be as close as what is possible with the technology at the time and most accurate it can be. When Lego Star Wars came out with their first game, they didn't have the real technology to make the characters as accurate as possible, but they did the best of what they could. I would like to start by talking about that there's no custom character. Nowhere in the menu shows you where you can get your custom character or any of that. And by the way, that number has not even updated to the 422 characters we have currently in this game in the DLC. But, you know, there's nothing to really show that there's no custom characters. Custom characters was introduced by Lego Star Wars in 2006 in the Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, the sequel to the award-winning Lego Star Wars the video game. In the back, it shows the new stuff you could do. Mix and match characters. Create and customize your own playable Star Wars characters in millions of different ways. And you got 2 custom characters. And every Lego game ever since after that said, we gotta have a custom character. Right? And I felt out of every Lego game after that had it, the fact that the franchise that started the custom character with their latest and supposed to be greatest game didn't have it at all. It's like, I don't want to hear it. Oh, you delayed this game for 2 years and you couldn't put one in. I got tricked on Exegol because I was like, oh, is that it? The custom characters? Because I thought people were lying when they said there's no custom characters. I said, how could that be? They're the ones who started it. Right? And this is honestly the tip of the iceberg of what they have fucked up the characters, in my opinion. I will start by the downgrade slash like the disappointment of what they did to characters. You know, the downgrade slash what they could have been, right? I'm starting off with R2-D2. Can't fly, can't glide jump, can't glide anymore, can't fly. Could have had that. And you know, I just think when they show you, when I found out the hard way, which was literally like this, oh shit, I can't glide, and then I swapped back to the other character. You know, I'll switch to someone else. So the R2 unit's not.
Time has come for me to return.
Shut up, Maul. The R2 not being able to glide and stuff, and taking that whole feature out was like, what the fuck were you doing? Did you like look at all the other games and went, yeah, that was a really helpful thing and fun to use. Let's take that out. Now, I unfortunately, R2 doesn't really have much other than that. You know, there's the puzzle doors and stuff, and yeah, you can beat the shit out of people with R2, but other than that, it really just makes the character less wanting to use and stuff. And it's like, he's like a key character in the show, and you downgrade him like that. Speaking of downgrades, this meme right here on the screen, like, what was wrong with the lightsaber, that I tweeted out. This was a while back, but I thought maybe, I was hoping this tweet would reach out to them and be like, oh, we're gonna change it and shit. Maybe I should have added more people. But this is just, you gotta be kidding me. Like, when I was a little kid, and you got the Maul Lego set, I didn't get it, but I saw people who did. It does come with this lightsaber, right? And I still think it comes like that. There's no custom lightsaber, because that would require a new print, and I understand of how, like, make it a whole new print for just one Lego set. It's a pain in the ass for Lego, and I'm not gonna excuse them for that. But I'm gonna excuse them for that. But what I'm not gonna excuse is the fact that they did it in the fucking game. The original video game fucking had it, and you tell me you couldn't program that over? And you're like thinking, well, maybe it's hard with these graphics and shit. No. Here's a discovery I found. When you do Rey Sith.
All hail Empress Palpatine. That's right, I'm evil now.
I don't know who did the voice acting, but that was kind of funny. But you see the lightsaber I'm talking about here, right? You can play as new Siths. Rey's a Sith. You know, you get the...
All hail Empress Palpatine.
What?
That's right, I'm evil now.
What the fuck? Hold on, this is something new. Are you kidding me? You gave her this double lightsaber shit, but you gave Darth... Fuck. You gave Darth Maul this.
The time has come for me to...
Are you fucking kidding me? This is the shit that doesn't make sense. These people who made these games are the same people who made the fucking sequels. Evil pieces of shit. You know, you go out here and you make Darth Maul's lightsaber this one individual thing, which he looks like he's having a fucking issue holding on to it because you can't hold on with two handles on a single handle lightsaber. And you know, it's like, and they clearly showed that they spent time making this shit. And this is not even an official minifigure. If you go look it up, there's custom made ones. There's no official game set for this, but there are for Darth Maul. And you go like, you couldn't just bend the things like you did for Rey? It just really goes to show, like, I can really tell who wrote this game coming through with this shit. When you look at how much they put in for Rey's bullshit, they gave her an accurate lightsaber to what she has in the show. Even the last bit of the movie with her stupid yellow lightsaber. But we can't get Darth Maul a decent sized lightsaber. I know it's like, oh, it's got to hang off the side and shit. I could care less if it doesn't. I'm not upset. You know, having these hang off the side is glitchy.
You know what I've come for.
It's still not good. It's so fucking stupid. Alright, see, for that example, it was really funny though, but it was just like, really? When it comes to the Boba Fett and Jango Fett,
bounty hunter. Highly
Real bad.
He sounds just like the bounty hunter and shit, right? And the jetpack itself, it's so disrespectful. How could you do, like, back in the day when you had the jetpack and you finally unlocked Boba Fett for like 700k instead of 200k in this game, it's like the guns. I have rainbow effects on, so that's why it looks like that. But it's like you play Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, bounty hunter, jetpack mechanic, delivery man.
That sounds nothing like Jango Fett. And it's like this is the one time where it's supposed to be a clone. You copy and pasted the characters, and yeah, the jetpack doesn't really work. And they shoot the fucking same, no matter what gun you choose. Hell, we go to a thing, we choose Mando. This is supposed to be a laser gun that shoots one bullet and it eliminates the target. This thing, multiple shots. I know it's supposed to be like, oh, you're supposed to break gold with it. Couldn't you just give me a special grenade that only breaks gold, like you did when it was when I was meant to break only silver objects? But and the downgrades don't stop from there. When you go to General Grievous stuff, this is not really a downgrade, in my opinion, because he's an absolute unit. He's the best villain and stuff. But it comes down to, why is he not crawling on all fours? This has been done in other games and stuff, and it's just like, you could have made it. And they show you him doing it in the cutscenes. I would expect him to have it and be able to sprint, like, not like this. I see that as a missed opportunity / downgrade to the character. It's like, you had the potential. Yeah, Boba Fett and Jango Fett could have flown. You know, could have made them like a million studs. I would have not give a shit. I would have earned that and do it. But it's just like, you know, they're good characters like the Wampa. And you know, I really like that they put characters like the Wampa or the Rancor in this game. The only thing about the Rancor I don't like is that there's only like 2 places on the map. There's Tatooine in the Junkland area, and then Jakku are the only 2 areas I know that you can actually have the Rancor in. The rest of it, no, you can't really. I don't think you can. There's not many places you can fit the Rancor, and I don't feel like flying all around the universe trying to figure it out.
I'm not afraid.
The last thing, another thing is I found that people were complaining about that came across my feed while I was trying to avoid reviews of this game was this meme right here with Leia, and I'm like, and it's like they give this G-rated crap. I think it's, damn, I really had it the first time. Yeah, you see this? It's like,
let the Empire triumph. The Alliance will prevail.
I'm not even gonna go into the voice acting there, but it's just like stuff like this. It's like, really, you took that away. It's another downgrade, and you know, really, you really look at it and go, they spent time nitpicking little stuff that should have just stayed. Now, there's something I have to address that just bothered me the most out of everything. So he's about to do it in 3, 2, 1. There he goes. There he is. The milk shit. This is a reoccurring joke throughout the whole fucking game. As soon as Luke is introduced, he'll go, does anyone have any blue milk? If you play his first character and shit. And I go, where's this milk joke coming from? It doesn't make sense. Right? Because I watched the original movie. He makes no reference of milk. Not in the Christmas special. But in episode 8, where he drinks that milk from that alien off the thing. And it gets weirder, because it's a recurring joke through the cutscenes. It's a recurring joke, even when it wasn't even, like, had any, it was a recurring joke in 4, 5, 6, through a cutscene. You'll see milk for no reason. And I honestly say, this joke is fucking stupid, right? Because it was only mentioned in episode 8, and it wasn't even that funny. It was just like, I'm like, well, he's surviving off the land that he went in exile for, so I'm not gonna, like, blame him for that. But, like, really? The milk thing? It's not even referencing in any of the old games. And And if you pre-ordered this game and got a physical copy, you got the deluxe bullshit. You get a minifigure with milk. It's so fucking weird. I don't understand why one like 5-minute scene in the 8th movie had to be this reoccurring joke that Luke Skywalker drinks blue milk. And it wasn't blue, it was green in the fucking movie. It's just, it's so bizarre and stuff. And the last thing I'll touch on, because I feel like I've hit on every little downgrade I'm really like pissed off about. If there's one that I missed that you think that's very important, please leave a comment below. There's just so many. Is the next thing I'll touch on about characters is the class system. The fact that there's Jedi, hero, scavenger, scoundrel, bounty hunter, villain, dark side, astromech droids, protocols, and then there's extra, and then there's all the characters. Which I'm not going to go to that menu because it has a chance of crashing my game. This menu itself has its bugginess, and like picking characters or ships was a real frustration for me. I'll get into the ships later, but here's the clip of me picking a character to show you. The Mouser droid, the Rancor. The Rancor is really cool, but one of my personal favorite extra characters is the Wampa. Well, this is a perfect example of what another thing I had with this game. But when it comes to these classifications, the protocol droids have, you know, it's usually C-3PO has his little like terminal and he gets to it, right? And the fact now that I have to be, now this is technically the little person that has to go through the little shafts and stuff, is honestly like bizarring to me, because it's like, it's always been, if you're the short little child character or a Iwa Jawa or one of the little bear people, you can go through it. Or Anakin or little Boba Fett. But now it's like you have to be C-3PO and split yourself apart. And I just go, why? Why is that a thing? And you know, you know, it's just like, I don't know why you had to classify each one. I knew what they already did. This is basic knowledge. And even back in the day, it's like you figure out really quickly who do you need. And when it comes to the heroes and villains, they're fine, they grapple, and they do basically the same thing they've always done. But the scoundrels, I don't understand this class. They're used to, they're used for like 2 reasons. Shoot the environment and smuggle stuff. And that's only for 3 side quest missions. And the fact that this is like a thing is really, really bizarre, because it's like they can't grapple, and you know, they get like some cool upgrades or whatever, and you can charge hold your fire, and then you can one-shot anyone, which I say it's like, really? I don't understand the whole scoundrel class. You know, the fact that they can't grapple is like, it's stupid, because they've always been able to grapple. Everyone can grapple except scavenger and scoundrel. Villains can grapple, bounty hunters grapple, heroes can grapple. And you know, the best villain is General Grievous, honestly. You don't need any of these guys. They could do pretty much all the same thing. You know, General Grievous is the only lightsaber person who doesn't get you stuck in dueling mode. And I find that annoying when I'm trying to do free play, so General Grievous is a G. Bounty hunters, I like the variety, but they all shoot the same. And the only ones I really used was Boba Fett and Jango Fett, because they could glide just a little bit to bypass some bullshit puzzle that I didn't want to do, and just grapple up. It was I turned that jetpack to a very useful jetpack, like many others did I saw, right? And the worst class of them all is the scavenger class. I hated using these, and the fact that they had places where it's like, you need to break open the thing, and I said, why not just, you know, use the Force, or use a bigger character? Like, we had a couple characters, and I know they were strong enough to do that, right? Like, get like Chewbacca able to break down a wall and stuff. I don't feel like that's like so unrealistic, but you know, being the fact that you have to hold B, think. You know, I'll show you how it works, right? You get the character, little shits. you think of a glider, a net gun, or a breaker blaster. And yeah, it's fully upgraded and stuff, but it's just like, what is this? I don't understand, right? And then there's these gliders that, like, sure, you know, could have gave it to other characters that can glide, kind of, but it's just like, it's like, why is that in the game, but Boba Fett and Jango Fett can't fly, right? Hell, I would appreciate it if they could do something similar to like that, but they can't. So the whole scavenger class is stupid. I honestly try to avoid it as much as possible, if I could. There were some puzzles that required to make nets and stuff, but half the time I got past them. There was like, I only recall like a handful of times where I absolutely had to use it and stuff. And the extra characters, it's very nice. You know, you get the Rancor, you get Droideka, you know, Han Solo, Jabba the Hutt, this thing, the Imperial Pod, that's DLC, and then Mama the Hutt, you know, and then the Mr. Bones, and stuff, and you get these nice characters and stuff, but it's just like, you know, there's no Clone Wars characters, there's no Ahsoka, no thing, and if it's a DLC bullshit thing, I say nah. You know, I don't like that, you know, I like that we're getting some classic characters as DLC, you know, that one was part of the game, but this one was part of DLC. There's no classic Yoda. I should have classic Yoda. That's a shame. You know, I don't want to get into the DLC of characters because it's just like, it's always a small variety and stuff, but like the Mandalorian DLC was okay. The Han Solo DLC was kind of disappointing because they gave you the characters, right, but they didn't give you the ship. Now, speaking about ships, I'm not counting the mini-kip ships because they're honestly, majority of them are just repeats of what I already have as the starships, right? I have this, this, and all that. And it's like, the variety here is so small. And I wanted, like, you know, I wanted Obi-Wan's red Jedi Interceptor, you know? And maybe his blue Lego set one that you could get, you know? And, you know, the fact that you don't get to use the ring on them, like you did in the Clone Wars, was kind of like a missed opportunity. And, you know, majority of the ships, like, there's no, like I said, there's no original, I'm gonna fucking move. I'm sorry. Falcon with the middle part, with the escape pod in the center and stuff, and it's like, you know, the variety's just small, and I honestly say, and the uses for ships is so fucking boring. The only uses you have for ships really is do the races, do the mission, the races, the missions, the shooting, and getting around. But it's like, you know, getting around's nothing really like that special. It's like, it's not like Star Wars 3 where I fly out the bay and then I have to fly to the next ship right over, right? No, it's like I have to go to the map, say where I want to go, click here, and either choose space of the planet or the actual in the planet. And it's just like, it's nothing really that special, right? You could do it all out in space, but it's like you have to aim and look at it. It's not like you're actually really drawing. You're just selecting where to go. So overall, the ships, there's a good selection, but like there's just not enough, and there's not many uses for them either. Like, if you try to use this in free play, I can only say, like, this mission you get to use it in. This mission. Oh wait, there's no flying mission since episode 3. Took that out. This mission only at the after the first hallway bit, and that's like half over, like, I want to say half the level. So then, what else? This mission, I think, maybe not. This mission, I don't think so. I don't even think on this mission either. I think you're just stuck in the Millennium Falcon. But maybe it's worth a shot. This one, oh wait, they didn't let you blow up the Death Star. I forgot about that. This one doesn't let you, actually, I'll take that back. This one doesn't let you. This one has the part where you come in as Poe, but they shuffle it. I'll throw the clips here. I'm just seeing if it'll get the character showing it's not in its cockpit. There it is, in the back. Not working. Oh, it does work. Okay, so we're playing the mission, you know, the last part of The Force Awakens. Destroying the Star Killer and shit. So, they want me to shoot 10, TIE fighters, right? I did free play, so they obviously gave me the right so I did free play, and they, you know, I wanted to do a different ship than what it was because I have to do the rest of the mission for that. So it locks on. This ship is an enemy ship, and it only locks on to the good guy stuff. So it's hard to shoot down a fucking TIE fighter because it doesn't lock on. And I'm gonna fucking die. Okay, we back on the same level. I don't know if you. Yeah, you can't hear it because I switched the audio ports, but. So, I noticed that my character's a good guy now, and obviously I can't change my character even if I wanted to in the screen, but, you know. But I'm Anakin Skywalker before I turned evil, so, and I'm able to shoot the TIE fighters again and shoot everything just fine, and my bullets are red. So I think if you play as a bad guy, which, it's still under the concept of, I didn't get to really choose that. Alright, one more new discovery. Yes, I got a shitty ship, but if you have an extra character that's not good or bad, just stupid, it won't lock on. So, definitely pray that you get, because I said, oh, you should choose a hero. No, you don't get to choose like you used to. Like, you see that, and when they do the character replay shuffle, it's fucking annoying. I'll get into that later on in the video, but that's just an example. It's just shuffled. You can't choose anything. In this one, I think you could for like the beginning part, then they switch it back. So this one's a definite no, and that's it. So you don't really, so out of the 9 episodes, you don't get to really play the ships. The majority is no. There's only like 3 levels that you actually really get to choose a level. But it's not even like that when you push free play to use it, it just shuffles it sometimes, and you get stuck as like, you'll get stuck as this ship here. You know? And I just think it's just such a joke. It's like, yeah, I know when they said hundreds and 100+ people and ships, they only meant the people, not the ships. Now, the captain ships and stuff, the Death Star 1 and 2, the Executor, the Steadfast, and then the Federation Tracer, all of these are just a total of like 35 plus one or two side missions to do for the for completion. These are probably the most expensive things in the game as well. Actually, other than the data cards, which I'll get into in my next segment, but these are kind of cool that you, like, you know, I think there's one in the atmosphere. Yeah, like here, and here, and a few others if I missed any, but you know, it looked cool and stuff, but sometimes the game is glitchy, and sometimes you come to a world and there's nothing, like here. It's really creepy. So overall, and then the micro ships, it's just a repeat, and then they don't even work that well, and they suck. I tried one. So I'll touch a little bit on the land vehicles. They're kind of boring, and they don't really handle all that well, even though I know how to drive them well enough, right? And there's not much use for them. Sure, you get to drive around and shit, but This is one of the few places you get to. This place and Jakku are the only open real world places you get to use the vehicles. And you know... Alright, you're gonna just randomly stop on me like that. You know, there's no... Really? And there's areas where it just slows you down, so you can't really, like, speed around like you want to. What the fuck was that? Nope, back to... It makes it so, like, infuriating. You're better off just going as a droideka and rolling around. Or a Wampa. Because if you play as the Wampa and shit, that motherfucker sprints. Like, gets around quickly. So does the droideka, but I think the Wampa just is the fastest character in the game. But, you know, they have achievements where they're like, oh, go ride all 7 animal vehicles and stuff. And sure, it's like, there's one in a level that you have to do, and that's pretty much it on the land vehicles. I didn't really want to touch base on them because they're as useless as talking about them. They don't really do much, and they're not really practical, and it's not like I really get a place to use them at. You know, it's not like there's a big open world to use them for, so honestly, it's just disappointing. And I think I've touched base on everything. I've talked about the characters, the stupid classes, the stupid downgrades. There's no custom character. The ships, they don't have many uses, and there's not a big variety. There's not even a Republican gunship. Like, seriously, out of all the vehicles you couldn't put in the game, a Republican gunship did not make the list. Hello, it's me from the editing bay. Something I forgot to mention is that there are no ghost characters. There were in The Force Awakens, but there were none in Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. That's how I know. And if it comes out later as DLC, I know they're just doing it because they forgot and they don't give a fucking shit. And they got enough backlash to actually do something about it. But now we'll get down to the nitty-gritty. Completion in any LEGO game is always optional. Most people just play, get the characters and ships, and then goof off and have fun. With this game, completion is a fucking nightmare. I have to say, you have to complete all these planets, which most of them are the fucking same. No matter, every planet on here, except Kijinian, I don't give a shit. Look, out of all those planets, they're pretty much all the same. Sure, they have, the only difference is the environment. Every puzzle, every puzzle, every trial, every challenges, all the challenges, the side missions are basically rinse and repeat. Starting with the side missions, it's basically the same mission every fucking time. You either have to go get something or someone, or take someone or something to someone else, and that's pretty much it. You do it 140 times, so it's like 70. I don't recall there being any other type of mission. Some of them are two-parters, and the side missions themselves is kind of fucking stupid because some of them require you to do other side missions, which claims to my first problem. It's like a lot of backtracking when I just want to go to the game and complete the fucking universe. I have to I can either go to the planet, complete what it has, or be stuck, complete almost nearly everything except for like 2 things because another planet needs it, or Tatooine needs a fucking mission going. And it's like, you know, I was like, when I first started, I was like, I'm gonna start here, do this quadrant, do this quadrant, go this quadrant, and then go to this one, and so on and so forth. But some of them I came across was, you need to finish this Tatooine just so you can do this shit. And when I was like, really? Mustafar you can't complete without going to Tatooine first. And Tatooine in itself, like many other planets, not many other planets, Tatooine is literally the, of all planets, having 3 fucking areas to go to. And I'll be honest with you, they're not even that big. Like, the Junk Land is probably much the biggest, and I already showed you that area. Like, none of these areas are special enough to be like, yeah, it's like, it's not like it's New York City, like it's one big world, you get to go around and stuff. And you know, I know it's like the whole galaxy's your hub world. I've seen comments on posts and stuff while editing this video, and I just go, I just don't like that as a whole. You know, I like that I can go across the universe and stuff, but it's so boring. It's nothing exciting. It's not like I flew out of the Republic cruiser and found the other, I don't remember what they were called. The droid ship right across, and I'm like, oh shit, I can go there. And it was cool, right? You know, there's a lot of missed opportunity. And, you know, when I said every planet's the fucking same, I really just say it's the same it's really just the same shit. When I'm going back to it, the fucking puzzles are nearly the same. It's either go find it, go climb something for it, or God forbid, it's a crate. The crate one is the number one you're gonna find. It's either shoot a target, hit a pressure plate, or pull a lever. And it's different variations. It could be one of each of those I just said, or it could be up to 9, 6, or God forbid, 4 lovers. Right? And I just didn't find this very challenging. I just found it very repelling and a waste of fucking time. There's nothing to it. It's really fucking stupid, right? The trials itself, the ones on the planet were they were alright. They weren't like super fun and shit, but they were better than the ones in the sky. When you did the ones in space, you can't even go in the sky. I just realized that. You can only go to space and the ground, not the sky. But when it comes to trials, if you fuck up, I fucked up a couple of times on a good, I want to say like 10 of them, 10 or 15, and I would miss it by like a second or something, or like I got lost and I fucked up and I had to retry. And the one thing I hated is they reset you in the wrong direction. Let me be clear, in the wrong direction. Why the fuck did you turn my ship 180 fucking degrees and go, well, I don't know what to say. I'm like, I do. What the fuck? You know, could you at least point me in the direction that where all the fucking markers are instead of making me do this U-turn and lose time? I hated it. I had to restart a couple of times because I had to do a U-turn and missed it by a second. So, fuck you. The challenges, I didn't really, when I first, because I was still getting used to this menu and shit. Now, by the time I got used to it, I hated it. I hated it from the beginning. Sure, there's challenges on Hoth. The planet ones, the ones where it's just that planet is fine. The port control gets annoying because it's like, if you didn't notice, if you didn't know that there was a thing beforehand, you're gonna have to do a lot of backtracking because they don't tell you unless you go in, press A, and say, show me where it is. The mouse droid's the same thing. We have to go around. Sometimes I see them and I shoot them, and sometimes I didn't. This one is just a planet-based one. This one wasn't too bad. It was kind of fun, but it's just like if he gets away and you don't know what the marker looks like, he gets very small very quickly, and it just gets. And I just go like, I just can't see him. The anti-trooper ones, all the shooting ones, a couple of them I didn't like. But overall, it was kind of alright. I just went to Droideka and spammed the fucking gun as fast as I could. Whereas the Wookiee is probably the most... Honestly, you get him and 5 Kyber bricks. And you have to go to every planet. Every planet. All 30 fucking areas of the damn universe. I didn't really... it was just really dumb. I didn't really care. It was like kind of cool if I found him like on Naboo the first time, and I was like, whoa. But once you get Universal Translator, I highly recommend get Universal Translator, so you don't have to switch characters and be like, hello. This one, I hated this one because it was kind of laggy in the water and they wouldn't move correctly. This one's okay. So I think like overall, fuck the puzzles. The side missions are fucking bullshit. Now, mini kits and challenges, not enough mini kits and the challenges are fucking stupid. I'm not gonna really go into them because I really did on the episode part. Now the data cards themselves are pretty cool. I don't even want to say cool. They're all right. You know, there's the ×2, ×4, ×8, ×10 studs, and it's like it helps you get a true Jedi. True Jedi wasn't that hard at first. I only missed it by a couple missions by being so short, but other than that, it was like nothing. The Super Gonk, I get it. People really like the Gonk, but they redesigned it, and it's not the same as the original Gonk, which was funny as shit. A lot of people, I feel like I could say this personally, the Gonk meme was funny as shit, and the fact that they redesigned it didn't make him slow. Well, slow-ish. No, just flat out slow. There's no original Gonk either, so it's just kind of like, yeah, you get a golden Gonk. What the fuck is that shit? Same thing with the Port Companion. I'm not gonna use it. I used the Super Gonk to see if I could bypass Gonk things, but it doesn't work. Baguette, lightsabers, it's kind of stupid. Rave mode, activate. Oh, I can't activate it there. Okay. Television mode, it's just that. It's nothing special. Hologram mode, this is the closest you're getting to a Jedi Ghost. I promise you, this is the closest you're getting. If you have like Yoda Ghost, I have Yoda for example. Hey, look, it's Yoda Ghost and shit, but it's hologram mode. So it basically, it's nothing too great. Sure, that's what you want, but it works on every character, so it doesn't really make it special. Retro mode. Wow, I'm in Mexico. Name that reference. The Gonk Civilians. I never really used it. Yeah, it just turns everyone into Gonks. I never bothered with it. It's one of those things I just don't bother with. Mumble mode. It replaces for the classic LEGO Star Wars experience. Fuck you mean LEGO Star Wars classic experience? It's like it's not even funny. It's poorly done. Fuck off. The comedy weapons. It just gives a banana to people with guns. Rainbow effect. You've seen it. It just shoots rainbows at the end of your gun. That's the music. Big head mode, and then pew pew. Which I gotta say, the big head mode is kind of new, but also at the same time, it's like. I'm not. Who has a gun? You have a gun. Well, like, it's nothing like worthwhile, you know. So, Universal Translator. If you're going for completion, get the Universal Translator as soon as possible after you get the ×2 studs and all the multiplier studs. Really helpful. And I'm not gonna spend too much on this bit. It's really just like it's so time consuming doing all of this. It took me 80.9 hours to do all this shit. And you know, and you're thinking, what happens when you complete it? Roll the clip. This is it. This is it.
Oh man.
Let's do! I did it! I've 100% this fucking game! Oh my god, I fucking did it! It took, I don't know, 90 hours or some bullshit, 80 some plus hours? Last time I checked, it was like 82 hours. And I've been playing for a bit. Oh my god, I fucking hate this game with all my heart. So, I don't know when this is gonna be in the video, but yeah, I got the Razor Crest that I never fucking used during the whole playthrough of this game. I only used it at the very end when I figured out how to unlock it because I was busy doing other shit. So, this is the squad. Oh, I don't care what this says. Let's go. Yes! I could have done the first. Alright. That's all. And the last upgrade is That's the last achievement. Alright, so when you're done with when you've done everything with when I mean everything, the whole galaxy, you go, I found this out while completing the game, obviously. You can't, if you're completing it, you will find it, because they kind of make you do it. So you go all the way up here, up all the stairs, and just keep running. Come up here, then I think if you go around this corner, yeah, you get to here. And you get to this. This is it. This is it. This is all I get. Unlimited studs, which is useless after you get like a billion. I'm gonna stand here until they stop. This is it. This is all I get. Fuck you two. Nothing. I should have known. I should have known better. I 100% this fucking game. I did everything. I never used any of these. I don't care if these... Does these even count as vehicles? Why? They look stupid. Oh, there's no way I'm fucking... That's what you get after 100% in the game. You just flip a lever and like the fuck out of your game. Who came up with this? Hold on, how many are there? There's only 7 motherfuckers. That's so... I only got $1 billion. That's so fucking stupid. What to do now? Nothing. There's nothing. $100% in the game because so you don't have to. I don't even... I'm just showing this at the beginning of the video. You get nothing. You get 7 motherfuckers clapping for you that you did it. Oh my god, I hate everything. I hate everything. This was such a... Fuck you. I hate this shit so fucking much. I don't know when this is gonna be in the video. This could be in the fucking beginning. If not... This is honestly that's like the biggest middle finger you could give. I did everything, and all you give me is endless studs and 7 motherfuckers clapping. But that's 100%. I have all the characters. I have everything. 380 some characters, 119 fucking planes. and half of them are more. I believe majority, or not even majority. It's like 45 are stupid mini kits. So I don't even want to count them as like flyable vehicles. It's just not a full thing. 25 mini kits, 1,166 Kyber bricks, 45 in mission challenges, 19 data cards. You know, and this is all you get for completing the whole galaxy. Personally, I was hoping to either get something for it or get like something in the middle of here, because it looked empty, and I said maybe it's something special we get to go to if I complete the whole game. Wrong. You get fucking nothing. It's stupid. The galaxy is vast, and only most determined adventurers will be able to uncover 100% of it has to offer. Rumor has it there is an activated incredible feast will be rewarded in the Great Temple yonder. 100% completion. It just tells you to go back to the temple. Congratulations. You have 100% completion. The head ceremony hall on yonder for the Great Temple is rewarded. This is what you get. Nothing. You get nothing. You spend all this fucking time playing this damn game and you get nothing. Honestly, out of all the games I've ever completed, this was the one game where I expected to be rewarded righteously and respectfully. This is just a big fuck you to any player. And that's all I gotta say about completion this game. It's not worth it. It's a waste of fucking time. And you get nothing. So, that brings us on to the conclusion. If there's one thing I want you to take away with this, is that evil can't create. This game is a perfect example of why evil can't create. You had plenty of resources, plenty of material to go off of, and you still butchered the episodes. Nerfed the characters, it took away their abilities. And when I completed the game,
it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I got nothing. And the replayability, there is no replayability. But don't just take my word for it. If you go on YouTube right now as I show you and type in Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga review and just start scrolling, it tells you everything you need to know. I do recommend you go watch other people's videos. Maybe they'll hit a point that I didn't hit. I took a long time trying to make this video, and I hope I hit enough of the points to get my point across. And if TT Games, if you're watching out of the luck, out of the universe, you need to take this game and go back to the drawing board and redo it again. There is no update, no DLC, nothing that could fix this fucking game. You have to take it back and redo it again. Put some fucking love into it and stick to the source material and do your fucking homework. How hard is it? So, if this is your first LEGO game, I am truly sorry you had to experience such a fucking bullshit-ass title. So, with that being said, don't buy this game. Don't vote for it in the video game awards ceremony. And, you know, spread the word to everybody. And if you like this game for some reason, you're more than welcome to tell me why in the comment section below. With that being said, I'm your host, Spazoid21. That outro you're talking about? You've waited long enough. It is now.